Hello, I'm Amara Jones, and today is Tuesday, May 19th. This is Caffeine TV, your daily news brief, here to take you through 3 headline numbers in just 3 minutes, giving you a different take on everything from housing policy to the Real Housewives. The first number of today is 10 million, as in $10 million. That's how much, according to a report from the International Monetary Fund, goes in subsidies from you and me to the global oil, gas, and coal industry each minute. Now, for all you nerds out there, like we here at Caffeine TV, you'll have done the math to know that that equals $5.3 trillion each year, and according to The Guardian, that's more than the planet spends on healthcare for every man, woman, and child. Now, these calculations not only include direct support from governments to these businesses, but also the impact on health from the pollution of fossil fuels on individuals and communities, as well as the damage from climate change. Now, what's interesting is that we've been told that the reason why we have to use fossil fuels to pollute the planet in order to charge our iPhones so that we can watch Kanye West be bleeped out on the Billboard Awards is because clean energy is, well, just more expensive and not cost effective. But from this report, we learn that clean energy only receives the equivalent of 1 week of subsidies that the global oil, gas, and coal industry receives each year. And the calculations don't include the cost of the military campaigns to keep oil free flowing from the Middle East. Of course, we're now in the third war in Iraq, and if those costs were folded in, then the cost of the subsidies would be sky high. And all this just goes to show that the next time the government says that they don't have enough money for education or food assistance or clean energy, you now know to tell them where to go look. The next number up today is 3, as in 3 zeros. That's how many there are in thousands. And according to activist and filmmaker Dream Hampton, that's how much Jayz and Beyonce have been giving to bail out protesters from Baltimore to Ferguson. She revealed this fact a couple of days ago on Twitter and said that even though she had been asked by Jayz and Beyonce to keep their role quiet, that she could no longer in good conscience be silent about the help that they were providing to underwrite protest movements across the country, and said that when Black Lives Matters chapters wanted to open up last year across the country, quote, like dandelions, close quote, that Jayz and Beyonce were always there with a check. But it's clear that someone from Jayz and Beyonce's camp got to her, because the tweets came down almost as quickly as she put them up, but she said that she hoped that someone had gotten a screenshot of them all. But one of the questions in this is why Jayz and Beyonce would want to be silent about their role in these protests, and maybe the reaction on Twitter gives us an indicator as to why they were called gangster and thug. We all know what that's the new word for. And many people said that Jayz had helped to incite the riots in Baltimore through, quote, his gangster rap, close quote. Well, many people have cited Jayz and Beyonce for being these global brands that are divorced from the communities from which they originated, but with these reports of this help, some of their critics need to go have several seats. The last number of today is 2, as in 2 times, according to a new report in the New York Times. That's by how much the suicide rate for Black children between the ages of 5 and 11 has gone up in just the last 25 years. It's 5 times the rate of white children in the same age category, and the most common cause of death is death by hanging. Now, these results were so astounding that researchers had to run the numbers several times to make sure that they were accurate, and they're so shocking that no one really knows what's behind them or what to do about it. But in some ways, terribly, they're not a surprise. That's because Black communities are facing a level of distress not seen in generations. The level of wealth in Black communities now is the lowest on record. There are more Black men behind bars than there were enslaved, and the life prospects for teens in certain cities like Baltimore is lower than that for teens in urban Nigeria. And as is often the case, the impact of social issues shows up amongst the most vulnerable. Well, let's just hope that these results help to wake everyone up so that these children don't die before their time.